Okay, so a lot of people had questions today about what their next steps are. How are they going to learn the process? When are they going to be on these appointments, and what are they going to learn? Okay, so here's a real quick breakdown of what we're doing. Ready? First and foremost, your number one goal is going to be to set appointments with business owners. Okay, that's goal number one. We're going to do that, and we're going to do that very quickly. Okay, step two is when you set these appointments based off a script and a video, you watch it. It's literally an hour and 10 minutes long. You have to sign an NDA, of course, which means if you tell people what we're doing, you're screwed. Okay, but the second part of this is you're going to set appointments. You're going to run those appointments with senior reps, meaning that you could sit in your shorts. They could be on the phone in a state that's like 10 states away. You're going to be calling them on the phone, and you're going to be running a meeting over the web, okay, with that business owner. And they're going to do 99% of the work. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to do the most important thing, which is learn, okay? So what's going to happen is when they're talking to these business owners, what you're going to do is you're going to have this sheet in front of you that's basically going to be laid out for you, that you're going to see, okay, the flow of what they're going through. And when you see the flow of what they're going through, the only thing you have to do is say what they say. And by doing this over and over, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to learn very quickly a very complex subject, nice and neat, right? So you're going to be on the phone, you're going to be on your computer, you're going to be listening to the senior rep, talking to the business owner, going through the sales strategy, and what's going to ultimately happen is as you go through, I don't know what to say, man, like maybe 5 appointments, 10 appointments, 20 appointments. I mean, for most people, I got to say it's five. Look, I got a little bit of experience here, but I would say 5 appointments, right? When you start to hear this, we're going to start transitioning you over to actually running those appointments. And what's going to happen is you're going to set your own appointments, run your own appointments, but now we're going to start to hire people, okay, to set those appointments for you. So what's going to happen is your schedule is going to go from a lot of outbound dials to a lot of warm, okay, meaning the appointment's already set dials. And what happens is when you get up to running like 30 of those a week, okay, the rest is basically history. And past that point, obviously, I'll talk to you when the time comes. That's not for everybody, but what I'll show you how to do is basically literally manage this whole operation where you can just kind of take a 50,000 foot view over the top of it. And when you do that, we'll teach you how to control everything inside of it. And by doing that, obviously, you're going to make a lot of, I'd like to say the word money, but normally you really can't say that. If I do talk about money, obviously you know that money just doesn't appear out of the ground, right? There's things you have to do to get it, and one of those is called WORK. That's work, right? And you have to do certain things. But I could tell you that if you just do these things that you haven't been doing for a while, and or maybe ever, and you learn them, which are very easy, anyone can do it, not everybody will, but once you learn those, when you learn those things, what's going to happen is the income, the system, everything's going to kind of start to flow. And it's really important to know that there's an end game, because for a lot of people there's not. Their end game is, I don't know, retire, make, I don't know, whatever it is they make. I don't know how normal people retire anymore, but it is what it is. Let's just say that for what it's worth. So the key is that you just get started. We're going to teach you the system. We're going to show you how to do the system. You really only have to follow a couple steps, but if you're the right person for it, which I truthfully believe everybody could, just everybody doesn't necessarily do it. If you're the right person for it, though, which I shouldn't see why you wouldn't be, it's going to be a game changer, and that's what's really important. So what's not important is, I hate to say this, but me micromanaging the process. What's not important is that, you ring my phone a zillion times a day, because if you ring my phone a zillion times a day, all I'm teaching you to do is allow people to ring your phone a zillion times a day. The best thing you could do to people is show them, but not do it for them. Okay, and if you consistently do that, okay, and they take action, like if you point them to a video like you're watching right now, and this video is on, I don't know, appointment training. it's up to them whether or not they want to use the information, and those are the type of people you want in your organization. You don't want people that are going to rely on you 24/7, because that's not teaching you anything other than to have like a high paid job, you know. But just learn a system. We're going to do this. It's going to be fun. It's a no-brainer, you know, truthfully, but is what it is. So it's your call. There may be a link below this, or maybe a place to put your email address in. I'm not really sure, but if there's any of those things I just talked about there, make sure you do that, and get started. I'll put probably a link to get your insurance license, which is obviously the utmost importance. But really, after that, most of the stuff's a no-brainer. So there's going to be a license, a link for the license. Get started, go through the class, and we can chat after that. I really don't truthfully have a lot of time to interview people. This really isn't something that takes a lot of guesswork. It's either you really know you want to do it or not, but regardless, you can't do it unless you get the license. So I'm going to encourage you to do that, if it's something you want to do, obviously. But if it is really something that you want to do, look for the link below, the side right. I don't know what side it's going to be on, and get your license. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug you in the system. I already have my senior reps getting built, and they're eager, they're willing to teach, they're willing to learn, they're willing to do a lot of things. So just get started, click on a link below, and we'll see you on the other side.